And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Extreme Production series. So, purple finally backed up. We finally maxed that out and starting to calm the whole system down. That should also allow red circuits to start building up, which is good. Red circuits kind of struggles after you first make it. So a couple things before we get started. I doubled up on our green circuits here, and I also finished up getting our first regular iron converted over to the new system. So we have two lanes coming out here, going into our main bus, and we have space for a second setup right in between here, if we need it. And I'm not sure if we're going to need it or not. Not 100% sure. So this episode we are, I'm trying to work towards, we do have Bob's ores and stuff installed, and we haven't really done anything with them yet. So what I'm thinking, this is kind of the grand plan. The rail will go up on the left side of all of this ore. So the rail is going to go up here. It's going to cut across over here, and maybe down. I might bring it down a little bit, but all my processing for Bob's ores is going to be up here. I might actually even loop it around. I could loop it around and have all the processing coming out here, because I'm going to have a station for every type of ore. Some of these ores are very, very simple. Like tin. Tin is just a smelting setup. That's all you need for tin. Just a regular smelter. And I think silver is the same way there. Glass is a regular smelting setup for quartz. But then there's also a lot of other things that we do with quartz that we're going to need. But some of these other ores are pretty complex. Gold is... gold requires sulfuric acid, so there are some complex systems. So I want to be able to both use robots when I construct that, because that would just make life so much easier. And if we look at our robot system here, we have flight, we have construction robotics, modular robots. These are all within grasp. However, nuclear robots, not so much, because they require that high-tech science. And that high-tech science, we don't even have unlocked yet. That is unlocked from the advanced electronics, and it requires modules, which we are quite a ways away from being able to craft, because we need the Bob's ores in order to craft this stuff. So I'm thinking that we're going to need an initial outlay of bots just to get started. So we're gonna start this process here. First, I want a little space here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think, do I have those unlocked? I don't know if I do. These are going to be for flying robot frames. And I think I can get by with 2 inputs into this system and then 1 output out. And then we'll have them come in like so. Okay, now I can actually start crafting robotics. So you can see, so electric engine, batteries, steel, and electronic circuit. It's a 20-second craft, so we have plenty of space available. We don't need a whole lot of throughput on these belts, but we will need batteries, which I do not think we are actually crafting yet. So we're going to need to start in on that system as well. So this will be the flying robot frames. I'm going to have a space there. As you can see, I've updated the mods. I'm essentially using the same mod pack for this as my as the Extreme Production multiplayer series. So if you're interested in joining us for that series, we will be running another set. We'll be playing that again come the weekend. Saturday, we're going to be hitting the multiplayer again. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I hope everybody else is as well. All right, so I'm just going to get all of this stuff ready to go. Just because reasons. Now we need to think about batteries, and I don't have any pipes on me. I've got some over here. And undergrounds, got a few of them. So I'm not sure what I want to do about that. I'm gonna make we're gonna have a lot of batteries. It's a long craft. While we wait for that, let's come up here and plan on creating some military science. These are a 10-second craft. If I want one a second, that would be 10 crafters. So we're going to kind of come back here a little ways. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And these are going to be military science. So these inputs here, and then the outputs here, with a little extra room for potentially more. And then let's go like that. And here I already have this ready to go. I just need to upgrade the belt, just because it's kind of a crappy belt right now. Do need to upgrade a lot of these belts. Okay, so we want a steel chest. We're going to want a couple of these. And I did update a bunch of the mods, so the recipes have changed. As you can see, this no longer requires a red belt. This is basically circuitry that it takes to make those. Because I need some, my rail, I'm thinking far ahead now. My rail blueprint has in it the first set of laser turret, the first iteration, Mark 1 laser turret. And I can't build that without military science. I need military science in order to do that research. Okay, so let's get all of these squared away. So these are heavy on iron. Very heavy on iron. If we look at the military science, let me, before I forget, and you know I would forget. Oh, wrong box. I always forget to set these up. Like so. All right. Now, these require a gun turret, which uses basically 40 iron plate to make these. You can see the raw materials down below. 40 iron. It requires a grenade, which is another 5 iron, and then it requires a piercing round magazine, which is another 4 iron. So it's quite a lot of iron to make one of these. Luckily, we get 2 at a time. So If we're going to do 1 a second, obviously we need 1 a second of everything else. So we need 1 a second of gun turret, 1 a second grenade, and 1 a second of the piercing rounds. So I think I'm going to need a few more of these. So we're going to need 8. We're going to need 8 gun turrets. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is really awkward. I don't want to put it too close to this. So we're going to come out here, do so these are all going to be gun turrets. Because these are an 8-second craft, and we need 1 a second. So therefore, easy math from there, we need 8 of them. And these are really heavy on iron. So really heavy on iron plate, really heavy on iron gears. So I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to push enough material in here. Okay, so that takes care of the gun turrets. And now we need 8 grenades as well. So we need, let's see, 8 grenades. And these are going to go in like this. And then we need at least 2 of these. No, we need 3 of these. We need 1 a second. So I need another 5 of these. So grenades are pretty simple. Iron and coal. Coal, I put a coal patch way up here for military science, not thinking how far away that was. Distances can be kind of misleading in the map editor, so I get a little confused with that. But we're gonna have coal and iron coming in the top of this, and we need coal basically to come in right in here because we need more of it than anything else. So I want to have a little bit of a surplus. So that means we're gonna need to underground that. And we need iron to come in here. We need iron to come in here. And we need copper and gears to be coming there. But now this top one, this ammo also uses iron and copper. So we're just gonna try to sneak these in here. So basically we're gonna have iron coming in. This top one is gonna be iron. So we're gonna have this one coming in. Oh, one too far. So this bottom one is gonna be the yellows and the top ones are gonna be the reds. Now the reds require copper, steel. It only requires 1 of them. Ooh, 5 copper though. So, and this bottom one is just gonna pull off this iron belt, so that should be fine. So if I want oh, if I could space these out a little bit more, I might be able. So if I do something weird, if I make these like out like this, really space them out, but the same ratio as before, just side loaded instead of front loaded, I'll be able to sneak in another resource in here or put the output on here. I could also do that. So I could have steel and copper coming in here. And then I can put the output basically right in here. So this belt here would be the output. Like so. And then the output will just come down and merge in to that one. Because these are going to put on the outside of the belt anyway. So it's not exactly a compact setup, but I wanted to leave a little bit so we could sneak in, you know, some more assemblers if we wanted to, or just generally not care about it. So there's two there. We're gonna have, and if we want, in between here, I can. No, I can't really do that, can I? I could sneak one in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for those to craft. What happened to all my? I don't have any of the intermediates. I'm gonna cancel that. Once you run out of intermediates, boy, handcrafting is brutal. So we're gonna take some of that. We've got iron, we got a little steel. I don't need the copper cable. So now let's try. Now we just need to craft some inserters, which pretty straightforward. Oh, those things are brutally slow to craft. 5 seconds there. 5 seconds a piece. Okay, robotics is finished. It's probably been finished for a while. I apologize. People yelling at your screen. So now we should have the intermediates of flying robot frames. There they are. So obviously these need batteries, which we actually have. We have the chemical plants to make. I just don't have the sulfuric acid. I might want to do a sulfuric acid barreling system. Just like we have barrels for lubricant, I might want a barreling system for that. Ooh, we are out of lubricant up here. I should have bots doing all of this, but again, we don't really have. There we go. Now we've got some more electric engines coming in. Boy, those things chew through that lube, don't they? Wow. Okay, so with this, we want to make sure this is being put on the outside of the belt. So if we, where are they? There they are. So we can output like that, but we need, let's see, like that. So now it's forcing it to be on that side of the belt, regardless of how many lanes we have coming out. You could also do the same thing like that, and then you could have this thing coming in this side. Looks a little weird. I admit, it looks a little weird, but it is what it is. You could also, let's see. These are, I'm not sure what side of the belt those are going to put on. I'm not sure what side of the belt these are going to put themselves on. So I do want to make sure that's the right side. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing down here. And then again with the pickup location. If I don't do it now, I'm going to forget and come back here and wonder why nothing is actually crafting. So I'm just going to do that now and forever hold my peace. Okay, so that one, okay. So this up here, we're going to want the far one to be steel. So this one out here is going to be steel, whereas copper we can bring right in like that. And so that's a lot of resources to bring up for this. Essentially 2 things of iron. So these 2 right here, these need to be iron. Let's see, we need this side to actually be 2 different ones. There. So that one is full iron. The other one is going to be copper and gears. That's a lot of copper and gears. And copper I need coming up here as well. So this needs to be copper as well. So if I bring copper up and split it, I'll be able to move it right over to this side. And then the rest of it can go up, and then the steel can go here. As far as iron goes, that is going to be a little trickier because it is not going to be easy to get 2 full belts of iron up here, considering I've only got 1 coming even down. All right, flight finished. We're going to do construction robots now. So yeah, this is going to be kind of gnarly. Just trying to get some iron down the way here. So much iron is needed. I'm definitely going to have to maximize the amount of iron I'm pushing in. Okay, so these also need steel, but basically just steel and circuits. I don't think even anything up here needs circuitry. I don't think so. Yeah, nothing really desperately needs circuitry. I'm going to put a limit on my grenades. I might want to put a storage thing for these as well, but I've already got storage for the military science in the first place. I'm not going to go too crazy with that. Okay, so these are going to be my irons. There. I'm going to put this one out like this. And this one's going to come down like that. This is going to get a little nasty. Okay, I think that's right there. Okay. Because one of these is going to use a lot less iron than the other one, so I want to make sure we're maximizing our potential there. Okay, so this one is going to be the copper. We need to run this up, skip all that iron. Copper, and then steel. Ooh, and I ran out of belt. Look at that. What are the odds? Alright, construction robots are finished. I want to get logistics robots unlocked now. Okay, this one's going to be steel. I like to do these. I like to take these off the bus in the order that they appear on the bus. That way my splitters never get mixed up. Gears being the obvious exception. That's why I left a little gap right here, because I knew we were going to need a little bit of magic to get some gears going in here. So there's gears, and I think that's everything except the coal. So I'm gonna plug some of this stuff in here. So let's put this one over here, this one over here, put that one there. Can I build some more of these? I can. Let's get them going. That'll allow the turrets to back up. It'll allow the ammo to back up. Everything should be good to go there. Okay. Yeah, these are going on the right side. These are going to go on the other side. Let them all gather up everything, because they require a couple. And then I'll go up and mine the coal up here, and then bring it down, which is just pretty straightforward mining and delivery. So I'll get on that, and we'll come back next episode and work on batteries. All right, well, that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.